Hello folks, welcome to 406 Regen. Got one of the puppies out, stretching the legs. It's a beautiful day today, central Montana. Hardly any wind. You're gonna run? Huh? Yeah? Oh, I've gotta come for the camera. So, hardly any wind, it's nice temperature. Just a gorgeous day to be out here. Came up a little early. Puppies aren't used to me being up here quite at this time. Sheep are thinking they're getting an early snack. That ain't gonna happen just yet. But like I said, I came up to run the puppies. I don't know how loud this will be on the four-wheeler or not, but I'll give it a shot. Come on, bud! GW! Come here! GW! Come on! Not sure what he thinks he's barking at. Ah, that's what he's barking at. Guess since I'm here, I might as well talk a little bit about my timeless fence system I've got going on. He's not gonna run off nowhere. The sheep are gonna be getting their water here in a minute, so he'll be back over there after he chases a rabbit, gets them old legs stretched. So these T-posts are called a timeless fence. This is the 1 3/4 ones I buy. As you can see, unlike your standard steel posts, you can bend them over and they go back up. They're not meant, in my opinion, a high tensile fence isn't meant to have like a barbed wire fence where your cows can come and lean on the fence. So this here, that's what you kind of want. You want everything to be able to move. Say a deer comes and jumps on the fence, or a cow, you can press the whole fence down and they'll get off and the fence will pop right back up to where it's supposed to be. Greg Judy's a big advocate for them, to the point that out here in central Montana, there's no dealers around for them, so I became one just so I could put them up around my place out here. On your steel post, you always have plastic clips, and I'll take the four-wheeler down and show you that. But these here, the high tensile just goes right through the wire, through the holes. So there's no clips. The wire, a deer's not going to knock your wire out of place. It's not going to break a clip. The post and you know, you're insulated, now you're not grounded out against steel. If those clips break, wire pops off, now you've grounded your fence down and it don't work. So, this is my first attempt at putting in high tensile, and I did this up here where I had when the puppies are really little, and I had quite a few lambs. I was trying to train everything to the high tensile, so I put it, you know, that bottom wire to the grounds right there, and then put this one in here to keep it. Now it's not needed. When I do the boundaries, I'm probably just going to do a 5-wire, spaced out a little different than this one. Different areas on the fence, I might put 7 just to really help keep the coyotes out of a place. I mean, you get them trained to where they can't go under it, and they're not really going to want to go over it because the top wire is hot. And like I said, this one here is, I'd have one of the wires spaced in this middle one when I get going better. But like I said, this was just a quick fence to throw up, try to train the sheep to the high tensile, and have me train to learn how to use electric fence. But we'll run down here and look at these clips I was talking about. I'm not saying they don't work, because they do, and these timeless fence, they are more expensive than a steel post. But by the time you always have to check your fence, because you don't know when these plastic clips break, it's not worth it. You're always having to replace them. It could be, you know, if something's gonna go wrong, it's always in the time when you really don't want it to be wrong and you need stuff to be working. Okay, here's these clips. Now these black ones especially, I've had some of these black ones, they just pop off. You know, this here piece will break. You'll come up here and your wire's doing that. Well, now your fence don't work. I prefer these over these black ones. If I was to use a clip, I prefer these. They just snap on. They seem to be, they hold a little bit better. They're not, I don't know, these UVs really take those out. Doesn't seem like it takes them very long to do that. But thought I'd just do a quick little update. By no means am I saying how to build a fence. This is my first time attempting to put in this kind of fence. But there will be a lot of that on this channel, because there's 1,000 acres out here that was all farm ground that needs all fence, and I'm doing all high tensile electric around the whole perimeter. That way I can always play with the internal fences with just some hot wire, and I can always change the packs around. Can really rotational graze around that way. High tensile electric hasn't really taken off out here. The ranchers always go and buy from their local farm stores the cheap small chargers, the poly wire that's not very good. They don't take the time to really learn the electric fence. Excuse me. So in their mind, it don't work. The cows keep going through it. Well, you have to train your animals to it. for a little bit. It don't take long to train your animals to high tensile, but it does take time. It does take a few steps, and no one wants to take the steps to do it the proper way, so then they say electric don't work. Yeah, they're missing out completely on a lot of things that high tensile and electric's good for. They out here, ranchers, it's kind of sad really at how much the grounds gets eaten down. Especially we've been in a drought the last 3 summers, and now I didn't have my sheep 2 years ago. I picked up my flock spring of 22, and during that summer I moved them every single day, trying to get it built up like Greg Judy says. Now sheep aren't going to build up the ground as quick as cows. They can for the weight impact, but out here, every time my brother and I have gone over the math, sorry for that wind, every time we've gone over the math, the sheep always seem to pay out in numbers. The sheep always pay out way better than cows for cow-calf operations. A person might be able to make a little bit more money running stockers or something, but I still, as far as having a flock and having something that's on your place year round, the sheep's is where it's at. But let me pause the video and I'll ride over, put the dogs in, think a few more things to say. Well, as you can see, the puppy did not run away. He came down, he's getting his milk. Huh, GW? Hey, how's it going? You get a good stretch of the legs? Yeah. Katie's doing better about not thinking the sheep are trying to steal her milk. These two used to really get upset. Hey, buddy. When the sheep came up on them like that and they're drinking their milk, they'd quick to turn the sheep away. To say, no, this is my milk. I ain't sharing. Yeah, was that good? Was that good? Let me have the dish. You're gonna run away with it. I know you do. Yeah, it's empty. It's empty, big boy. Oh, good belch. Yeah. Alrighty, folks. I think that'll kind of do it. Just up here, decided to run GW a little bit. Out there, even though he kind of went and did his own thing, he still got his good run in. I'd like to try to do that with him numerous times, just to let them get stretched. I mean, they can run around this pen, and they do every night. These two will zoom around this thing, wrestling each other constantly, which is, it's why I decided to get 2 dogs. First place, I knew getting puppies that they'd be really bored if they only were out here by themselves. And when I knew I wanted to build the flock up to bigger numbers, I knew I'd need the more dogs anyhow. So it's really good that they got a companion they can roughhouse with and wrestle with and pretend that they're killing each other, because they leave the sheep alone for the most part. Every once in a while they'll chase one, you yell at them and they stop, but they have yet to hurt one. And they're still puppies, so it could still very be that way. Where you going, dude? Not done running yet? Anyway, alright folks, think that'll do it today for 406 Regen. It's a beautiful day. Go outside. If it's nice where you're at, enjoy the day. If it's cold and you're east of us, well, the warm temperature's probably headed your way. So, we'll see you later.